Hey planner friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha and I am Platypus Plans. And yesterday I was at Target, and of course, being at Target, you have to stop at the home office section because you never know what they have, because sometimes they have really good stuff and sometimes they don't. I really wanted was a purple Frixion 0.5 nib pen. I have gotten back into my Frixion pens, and I'm absolutely loving them. I had really been into them previously, and I wanted a really, really thin nib. And so they do have these 0.38. I don't think I have one right here, but the barrel of it is, it's like holding a toothpick. It is way, way, way smaller than like a regular pen in circumference. And as the years have gone on, my handwriting has gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And I realized that what I need are those old, you remember those rubber, they were like triangles and you slide your pencil into it and that it just kind of helped you find a grip. And this is probably when you're first learning how to write. I realized I need something like that. What did I end up doing? I ended up, and also I've discovered that the 0.38 was no longer serving me. It just comes out really thin and spidery and kind of faint. So I had gotten this one. This is the Frixion. Um, it's a multi pen, but it's called something. It's called like knock on or something like that. It doesn't actually say here, at least not in English. And okay, well, all I can tell you, it is a Frixion 4 colors, and it's a 0.5, and it has a black, which the color here is gray, and I guess that's just to distinguish it from the body of the pen, and a blue and a green and a red. And since I am Chinese, I shouldn't say never, I hardly ever use red ink, even though you can erase it, which actually maybe because I can erase it, it's like this sort of loophole. Hadn't thought about that before. Anyway, um, I love this pen because the barrel is thick and it's almost like that triangular grip. And it's not, but I can say it's almost like that. And the difference between the 0.05 and the 0.38 is tremendous. I feel like this pen gives me a nice outlay of ink. And yeah, I'm really, really digging this pen. I think I just got it on Amazon. So I have been using that on my Aura Estelle Classic Daily Weeks. And let me see if I can find, yeah, I mean, this is all Frixion. And I color code, which is why I like having the different colors. I think it's really nice. This is an Energel Clenna in like a brown sepia, which I think is very pretty. But the rest I really, really like. You can see, let me zoom you in, sorry. Let me zoom you into right over here. So I wrote in here the name Jack S. And this one was written by a 0.38 purple Frixion. And you can see how thin and spidery this is, which generally is fine. But, right now I'm looking for something maybe a little bit bolder. So the difference between, say, this name and this name, this is written by this pen, which is the 0.05. No, 0.5. Sorry, 0.5. I think I said 0.05 previously. Sorry about that. But to me, this is just way more solid lettering. And this seems like I didn't have control over that really, really skinny purple pen. Actually, you know what? Let me find it so I can pull it out for you so you can see the difference. Okay. let me zoom you out, give you a little better perspective. This is the Frixion Slim 0.38. Okay. This is so insubstantial. Like I can't even figure out how to hold it. Like I would have to hold it differently so this barrel rests more in my, actually, you know what? That feels pretty good. that feels pretty good. So thank you for helping me figure that out. I just needed to hold it further back into the webbing of my thumb and forefinger. And this one clicks here. And I don't know, I think you can see how really like fine this point is versus, right? Versus this one where I don't need to rest it back here. And if I did, that would cramp my hand, I think. So I can actually hold it a little bit more traditionally. And again, I don't know if you can see that, but this is less pointy, less narrow. Does not matter in the grand scheme of things, right? But I just want to explain to you why I'm now looking for 0.5. So I was looking for 0.5 pen in purple just to even refill so I can take out the red, which I never use, and put in the purple. Which led me to, this discovery of these Frixion pens, these colored inks. They're Frixion. They're 0.5. And while the barrel is clearly not as thick as this multi pen, right? It is much thicker around than this slim. And I really debated on this for a while. And then my husband said, go ahead, just get it. You'll be thinking about it all day. And I thought, yeah, probably. And I do like it because I don't know if you can tell in this light, looks like a, oh gosh, you know what? I'm just going to open this up and find out. So here it is. Here's my unboxing. Okay. All right. So here, this looks like a lighter blue. This looks like a black. This looks like a green or teal. This looks like a pink. And this looks more like a coral. We'll call it orange. They feel pretty nice in the hand, I do have to say. And I believe the click is on the clip. It is. Right. And let's do a little bit of pen testing. So my current everyday carry is this Aura Estelle. Sorry about the glare. Daily Weeks. If you want to know more about it, I have previous videos. And I'm going to go to September because I don't think I really use this in September. I use it. This is a 2-book system. So this one is July through December, and it says 2024. I did get this in 2024. I redated it. And then I picked this back up in October. So yeah, let's go to this date, right? Because I've read a lot of people are saying, well, people only do pen tests at the back pages, right? Let's see pen test in the middle. Okay, I can do that in this because I actually have a middle. So does this, and they're called like wait, no, it's not. Okay, so I thought this was a WAAI, but I'm kind of thinking it's WQQI, wacky. Maybe it's supposed to be, they're called wacky. I don't know. Pilot is a Japanese brand, so it could be a Japanese word, or it's a play on an English word, or a Japan, what is it? Japanglish word, some sort of mix in between. But it says here, does it say here? No. It says here, which I don't think that you can see. No, yeah, it looks like a Q. So wacky. I was looking for the name of the color of this pen, but there really isn't any. So I'm going to call this one green. So here's a little bit of pen testing. Oops, see. Okay. And I'm just gonna make some loops over here. The loops, bro, the loops. Those of you who are into meme culture know what I'm talking about. And this is very pretty, right? There's no smearing. I don't expect there to be smearing. I will turn the page and there's a little bit of shadowing. I could feel some indents because of the point, right? But otherwise very nice. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to give this a little erase here and a little erase here. This is very nice. It's very pretty. Okay, let's try this with the, I think this is black. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm trying to write and I'm pushing the pen, the top of it, the I don't know what you call it, the eraser end forward, trying to get some control, and I really need to just rest it back. And I'll give this an erase. And this one, that needed like a little bit more rubbing than the green. Okay, let's go for, it does it. There's like a, it's like the grip is somehow, there's some sort of like a rubbery thing, but the clip does feel incredibly flimsy and, dare I say, just a hair bit cheap. But hey, you know what? These are pens I bought at Target. You know, I'm not going to expect, you know, freaking, you know, Pilot Vanishing Point quality on the clip here. Okay, so this one is blue. Fountain pen users, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't use fountain pens, Vanishing Point is a really, really, I think it's very, very nice. And it's not outrageously expensive fountain pen, and it's retractable, so it's pretty nice. This is a lovely blue. Can you see that? It's almost like a sky or a periwinkle. And that erases very nicely. This one I'm going to call orange. But you can see in the blue, which is right above this orange, it's not very pigmented. This orange actually is extremely pigmented. It's very bright, it's very fluorescent, and it makes a statement. And erase is okay. So yeah, I always do that, even though I'm used to like, not used to, but it's just a habit of using, you know, learning writing with a pencil or using pencils. You just kind of brush away the erasures. There are no erasures with Frixion, right? It's the heat when you rub it with this quote unquote eraser, which is basically a rubber tip, that disappears the ink. All right, I'm going to bring this down here, and this is a pink, which is a pretty hot pink, I do have to say. And that's very nice. It's the color is very bright. I wouldn't say it's heavily pigmented, but it's very bright. Okay, that's very nice. All right, so if I turn the page, there's not a lot of ghosting with the lighter colors. You can see it with the green, the black, even a little bit of the blue. Orange, pink, really not very much. So that's pretty nice. So let me zoom you in so you can get a good look at these. All right, and the other book that I have been in this year, but kind of moved away from because I'm really liking the week size, is my pocket notebook from Sterling Ink. It's housed inside my lovely Lockbee mini field notes journal. And I'm going to go to the notes section here. All right. there's a lot of like scribbling here. I was trying to get a pen to start working, a fountain pen to start working, because I did not clean my fountain pen before I popped in another cartridge, and now I know, got to clean the pens. Okay, that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so this is, sorry, both the Aura Estelle and the Sterling ink, Tomoe River paper. This is the Sands in paper. This book is from 2025, right? So, you know, we all know that there was some issues, some bad batches, whatever. And I did see that throughout some of this book, but not all of it. Okay. This or Estelle was in 2024, so there was no issue with the paper, and I count myself as lucky. Okay, so here we go. This is the green. I just realized I was making my loops the other way in my Aura Estelle. All right. This is the black. Oh, that's very nice. Blue. I can't even explain how pretty this blue is. It may not look super pretty on camera, but in real life, very lovely. Gosh, what is this? See, I can't even tell. I think this is the orange. Yeah. I generally lay them down in the order in which I used. And this is the pink. Looks great on this side. That looks great. And oh, very, very little ghosting here. A little shadowing. A little bit. I mean, you know, supposedly that is what Tomoe River paper is. It's thin. And I think it looks great. I think it looks great. I have no complaints about that. Okay. And then in the last pen test, and that's why I started getting back into my Frixion pens. This is my, what is this? This is my Jibun Techo DAYS. This is the mini, which is B6 slim size. And this is, this paper is proprietary to Kokyo, which is the parent company. And this is their thin paper. And the thin paper is in their days and their first kit. Their Biz has Mio paper, which is slightly different. And I did not care for the Mio paper when I was in a Biz for a little bit last year. So that's why I wanted a daily. Okay. So this one, I will have to go into the back pages. So I already did a pen test here, and you know what? I'll just do a pen test here. Is that okay? So just ignore this so I can just kind of not waste a whole bunch of paper. And let's go for it. This is the green. Now these, again, I have to rest the pen back. And why, sorry, I should finish my story. Why I got back to my Frixion. This paper is supposedly made for Frixion pens. So I said, okay, that's great. And my schedule changes quite often, so even better for me. Yes. All right, this is the black. Sorry, there's dog hair everywhere. But that is my life. Dog hair everywhere. Erase is great. This is the blue. And I do have to say though, doing these, because this days does not start until January 1st, I like doing some practice in here, and I realize, oh my gosh, these little grids are so small. So I'm going to have to figure out what I need to do in terms of how to write. I think with Japanese lettering, you can get away with a much smaller grid. And in here, I don't know if you can see this. I'll zoom you in so you can see it a little bit. So for example, between the 1 o'clock hour and the 2 o'clock hour, there's 2 lines, right? So each grid box is half an hour. And yeah, I guess it would be hard if I had a 30-minute appointment, which sometimes I do, just to write in there. But all right, we'll see. There's practice. There's time to practice. There's time to practice. All right. All right. So this one is the orange. And you can tell I'm not writing on, on every line. Again, rest the pen. Sash, rest the pen. Very nice. And this is the pink. And I'm just writing it really big because why not? All right, lovely. Okay, so let's see. So not this, but this, you can see that. So this would be this side, which is very minimal shading. Of course, you can feel the indents, right, from the pen tip. I don't see that as a problem. And this is great. There really is, like, can you see here with these pens, there's definitely more shading because they're dark ink. All these are pretty dark ink. And this really very little. I think maybe the orange shows through the most. Yeah, so I'm thinking that these are going to be a great addition to my lineup. Probably no matter what planner I use. I mean, I know that I really want to use this one, right? I'm just B6 Slim, a little bit too big for me, right? But that's still doable. I love the concept of the Jibun Techo, and I really would like to log more things. I'm just absolutely enjoying my Estelle because I have, let me see if I can find, where am I? I'm all over the place, but I'm embracing, oh, I didn't sticker very much here, but I'm embracing stickers here, Halloween. This makes me very happy, Oh, sorry, I'm out of frame here. And yeah, so I'm loving this one because I can sticker in it, and that makes me, it just absolutely delights me. And for size, you cannot beat the cuteness of this pocket. And I really love it because you can put very small stickers in here. And really, it just has everything you need. I mean, everything I need is here. So, I don't know. We will see between these 3. Right? I'm armed with my new Frixion my handy Frixion, which this is the one I carry around, and I did order the 0.5 refills of the purple. So yeah, I'm excited about these new pens. Isn't it funny how pens just kind of brighten up your day, right? All right, you guys, thank you so much for doing this with me, going through a little pen testing of these Frixions, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.